As you notice, we have 6 blocks of wood of various sizes. They all have tape on them with numbers on them. We're going to start with the 2 blocks with the 2 blocks with number 1 on the end. Now we've already put in the screws into where they just barely peek through the back. Now we're going to line the blocks, 2 different sizes. See, one's longer than the other. Going to line them up like that. And now we're going to clamp them. Vanna, would you help me? Hold the blocks. Okay. Like that.
It's a cameo by Wyiona Staffan there.
Okay. You notice we also have paper down on the table. All right. You see the number 1 and the lines? See how they're lined up? Okay. You got all the screws in the blocks, in all the blocks.
Halfway in or halfway in?
Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to drive the 2 screws from the top in.
At this point, we'll pause the video and come back after the screws are put in.
Now, the top has been completed. The roof, take the clamp off. And you can see it's at a 90-degree angle with the 2 eyes in it and the 4 screws. Okay, now, set that aside. And we notice we have 2 tapes with numbers on them on the side. That's for later use. Okay. Now then, the boards with the large holes in them have a tapered top on them. Now, you got your peanut butter jar, and it's made to screw right into the end with the plastic on it. And I put the screws in backwards. No. Yeah, stop.
Go.
You see the 2 with the beveled top? One has the red plastic ring glued into it, and we have the screws already started into the holes. And I'm going to suggest that you start by putting the peanut butter jar in the one, slide it into the other, get peanut butter on you.
The 2s line up.
And on the bottom, the spacer blocks. Nope. Leave that in. The spacer blocks are lined up.
3s line up on the bottom.
And 2s line up on the side. Now, we're going to put the clamp on it again. I'll bring it up snug and then line it up. Do it on a flat surface so that the 2 sides are even. Clamp it good and snug. This isn't rocket science. Get it close. And start the screws in. Here, let me do it over here.
Go ahead.
If you leave the lid, the paper retainer on the peanut butter jar, you don't want to end up sticking your finger in it and getting peanut butter on your finger. So, okay, now we got all the screws in it, all 4 on this side and all 4 on this side. And the peanut butter jar is in it. And we can release the clamp. And you can take it out. And you can put it back in. There are people that think this is hilarious, but this is serious business. Especially if you got squirrels in your backyard, because they're gonna eat all the peanut butter. So you got to learn how to keep now. Okay, back to business. See the numbers line up on the roof? How it fits together? Line it up. Hold it down. Get it, and once we get started, take your hand away. So they. Jiminy. Okay. The nice thing about the screws is that you don't have to push down on them. You just turn them. They're called a torque screw. Torque head screw. And you just turn it. With ordinary Phillips or flathead, flat screws, you have to hold it down. For someone like me that shakes a lot, these are ideal. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and put the rest of the 4 screws. There's your assembled bird feeder, peanut butter bird feeder. The hooks, we just left them, the hook eyes, we just left them in it. Now you notice there's one more modification. 1/4-inch dowel rod hole. I don't know what I did with it. Just a moment, stop. Hope it fits. Okay. Drive it in. It's just a perch for the bird. All right. Now then, if your jar has got the paper cover on it, you can remove the can or jar of peanut butter and pull that off, and now you can hang it up. And it's now the MC has a suggestion.
When I hung mine up, what I did is I actually pinched the hooks a little bit because it kept falling out. You want to pinch those hooks, not completely, but almost shut, so you can take them back out, but so the wind doesn't knock the hooks off the bird feeder.
And keep your fingers out of the pliers.
You want to be careful to keep your fingers out of the pliers because you can get blood blisters when doing that.
And I would suggest that you take the masking tape off with the numbers on it, because the birds really don't care which number they eat off of. So there you are.
A cameo by Wyiona Staffan. Completed bird feeder.